So here we are, just putting in the power on the pedal board rebuild. What we've got down here is we've got the generator by the GigRig, which is, you can't see because of the lighting, so the IEC cable goes. Then we've got power coming out of the generator into a distributor. Still got to put some more on. And basically I'm mounting them is I'm either using pedal board tape like here, also from the GigRig, or Velcro, depending on what my requirements are. These are some leftover bits of Velcro and everything that I've actually used to tie down cables. So like here I'm using pedal board tape just to keep the cable neat and tidy. Some of these are actually left over from when I had the board before, and I'm also just putting modifications and running the new power system. I've also using the GigRig Synco as a 5-in-5/8 patch bay, just to keep everything tidy. Once I've got the looper switcher involved, then obviously trying to put cables in and out the back of that's going to be a problem. As well as some of the things that I'm running under the board, which I'll show you later. So this is obviously flush with the edge of the board, mounted on with pedal board tape, and that's what we're going to use for our ins and outs, which we'll get onto later. So I'm going to get on with a bit more wiring, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so what we're up to now is I'm kind of following Dan the GigRig best practice for building this board. If you watch his Ed O'Brien video on his first board, he talks about how we do it from front to back. So I've got pedals on the bottom here, I've got pedals and looper switcher, and I've got the power in that we had in before, and also I've been running in the audio cables. So we've got audio cables, and I've also obviously wired in the stuff underneath, so the Humdinger and the Remote Loop 2, and got most of the audio in for the Synco. I'm not sure I've got enough cable for run 3, so I'm just being a little bit careful on that at the moment. But yeah, so we're gonna get the second row in and the third row, and then, well, I've tested power so far. I can't test the audio because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and my little one's asleep. I will be testing the audio probably tomorrow morning before we move on, and then I'm gonna then do second row, third row, and test as we go on. Thanks a lot. Right, as you can see, after about 3 days now of wiring, and it has taken that long. It's taken what, 6-10 hours to wire everything up. So up here we've got all the generator, Synco, doubler for the compressor, Time Lord, even flow, 2 distributors, an isolator, Remote Loop 2, Humdinger, another Time Lord, and down here we've got an isolator. As you can see, I've sort of used pedal board tape to keep all cables down. Everything's whatever it's called, this cable tidy stuff together to make sure the power cables are neat and tidy, and all the runs for the audio cables are all velcroed together and secured down with pedal board tape. So that is the underside of the board complete.